I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up and welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WordSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by some more Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. Go! We also got Caleb, the explosive, with us. It does sound like you have like mad diarrhea.
I had some explosive this morning. Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome. We were all wondering, actually.
After a weekend of just doing nothing but
shout out to Joel.
Putting horrible shit in my body.
Joel, yesterday, or Friday, I was reading the comments in the chat, the live stream. It says your new nicknames, whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit?
You gotta find a new word. I'm like, bro. No.
You gotta find like a big ass like a word that no one even knows.
Nonsensical.
Huh? Nonsensical?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Look
nonsensical.
at this new whip for Justin.
Another.
No way.
That is crazy. A platinum. No, it's not suburban.
Yeah,
that's expedition.
Expedition.
A platinum. That's the highest trim.
No, it's just
Had the drop top Jag on Thursday.
He's like, I didn't have my car on Friday, so.
Yeah, it's my Monday car.
Yeah, his car is just a $70,000 SUV.
That's crazy.
You
too,
I saw it.
Yeah, he's too cute. This guy. Can your parents adopt me if you're listening?
Yeah, for real.
I mean, you get a couple tax breaks. I don't know, something. But real quick, not even real quick, because did you watch the fights? You were up north.
Yeah, we watched the fights.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I was sad.
Yeah. Izzy was beating his ass the whole fight. And then he got caught.
He was like winning like by points, but I don't even understand, bro. Like, I talked to like some of my buddies that fight because I want to be respectful of Izzy because obviously I think he was winning the fight. I do agree to that, but I just feel like in his prime or on the come up, he was just so much more aggressive. He let the hands go so much more. Like there was times in that fight where Duplessis like looked tired, and like Izzy should have capitalized. He just didn't.
Yeah.
On top of, I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm a fan. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit of a stan. I'm a bit of a stan when it comes to Israel Adesanya. Like the Ready Player One stuff. Like when I was coming up doing this stuff in the basement, like it resonated with me. He looks at life at that point. He said he looked at life like a video game character. It's like you level up. Just do what you gotta do to like win in life. And obviously he became world champion. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that in podcasting. And I did so to a certain degree. Like we're here, right? But like I don't know, to see him
leveling down.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts, bro.
I mean, that's what happens. He's what, 37 now, or he's
only 35.
That's pretty close.
Is it, DC?
Just because that's how old you are doesn't mean that it's not that old. Like,
but
just
DC
you're 35,
won the heavyweight championship like at 40.
Yeah, but who'd he beat?
Stipe, but a better version of Stipe.
Yeah, that's true. Izzy's not as good as DC though. And Izzy's game is built off athleticism and power, which are the first two things to go when you start getting older.
He also just didn't look aggressive at all to me.
He looked more aggressive than he did in his last couple fights.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was winning. He was picking him apart. And then he just got caught. And then he got
caught. He just got taken down. It was
pathetic. He shook him. Like Duplessis got him with one and shook him, and then he
just took him down.
No, he got him, and Izzy started backing up, and he hit the fence, and then he took him down.
I don't think so, dude.
He rocked him.
I don't know if he rocked him.
He did.
I don't think he did.
I watched it. I mean,
I watched it too.
Yeah.
Do we have the one picture though? Like this is the most embarrassing part of it too, because like this is what I'm talking about, where it's like he's just not the same dude. He hit the Max Holloway, pointed to the ground, like let's finish it.
Yeah.
And then ran away.
Yeah, that was the part that was really confusing to me. That was like me and Matt were so confused watching that.
I feel like he used up all his power. Like the style bender was a thing. But I feel like he used up all his power to beat Alex Pereira, and now he's empty. Like this is the way I put it on Instagram. My video is actually blowing up, by the way. I don't know why, but style bender no more. He's just Israel Adesanya.
I ain't gonna lie.
All the sweet shit, all the dope shit, he even used to be more quotable. Now he's kind of like cringe when he like says that stuff
crying
on
in
the mic.
The media and shit.
Yeah, crying in the microphone. Which like I have nothing against anybody that cries. Like you're a man. It's whatever. Like you're human is what I meant to say. Not man. Well, you are a man too, but
Maybe
I don't know, man. I just feel the style bender. He lost that aura.
No, he definitely lost the aura. You know, when you get knocked out and you start getting your ass whooped more often than you're whooping ass. Like, that's what happens. So it's a cutthroat business.
Astute observation.
He's getting his throat cut.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, boys. I just don't even feel like. I just feel like he's just not active. Like ever since he became champion, I feel like it's. I think it was the Romero fight when it first happened, where he was just like waiting to counter the entire time. But I remember when he first took the belt. I mean, I followed this guy all the way through once he joined the UFC. I remember the fight he had with Kevin Gastelum.
And
he was throwing them bitches. And Gastelum's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to Bam, the guy we used to train with, and he was like, well, he probably wasn't throwing them because he kept taking them down, which was true. Like, he got him a couple surprise takedowns.
He doesn't have the power anymore. He could, when he was touching Sean up, it wasn't doing anything to him. When he was touching Duplessis up, it wasn't doing anything to him either.
But even the power, he wasn't even throwing them. I don't know, bro.
He's old, man. He's getting old. The shelf life of a fighter, isn't it like 37? That's the age?
Yeah, I think it is.
When majority of fighters fall off a cliff.
I think that is the age, yeah. They say guys in like fights at 37 in championship fights I think there's like only 2 guys have won.
Yeah.
It's like DC and I think Pereira.
Yeah. And that was a bittersweet moment too, like afterwards where he was like kind of paying homage to him. He's like, if this is your last fight, and it was just like, damn, because I know my boy Matt is a big fan of him as well, so he was just kind of like, and I was kind of feeding off that energy, and I was like, damn, like I really feel like it's like not necessarily passing the torch, that might not be the right word, but it was bittersweet in that, you know, that he did give him kind of a little bit of a send off, and you know that's just unfortunately where he's at.
Oh, he got rocked before he pointed down.
Yeah.
So he was already.
And then he turned his back to him when he was running away from him.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
He's getting touched up, and he must not trust his chin anymore. He used to have a good chin.
Bro,
then you get hit by those hands of stone, and that shit unlocks.
We had Baby Hawk on the show Friday, and I said it. He has 100-something plus like combat fights. Like you're gonna, I mean, chinny in terms of like he's getting knocked all the time, but like your body, naturally like has a shutdown, like a fight or flight at that moment. Like once you get rocked that many times, and it's like, yo, I'm turning the brain off to protect it, or something. I mean, I don't know. They say. Never mind, I don't want to go that deep into it because I could be way off on that.
What?
No, it's like something wild. I'll ask you. I'll confirm it with you during the break because I don't even know if it's accurate or not. But just when traumatizing things happen to you, they say people like shut down. Like sometimes your body will naturally shut down. You black out.
Like PTSD and shit like that.
That's what I'm wondering. Like that's what happened.
Anytime he sees a punch coming, he just has the flashback of Poton.
Or just even just getting rocked. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I guess.
No, for sure. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah. Sad. But shout out to Hendon Hooker. I mean, you fucked my parlay, but like, that was dope.
That was dope. That was a great fight.
He was in the middle of his second round. Like, I love this shit, boys.
Yeah, Dan Hooker.
Psychopath.
He's got some of the worst tattoos in the game, but
worst tattoos.
He's a psycho for sure, and he's fun to watch.
Dude, Duplessis not even good like that, bro.
He's really not.
Bro,
neither is Sean Strickland.
I think Sean's better than Duplessis.
Sean's a better boxer, yeah, but
he's not as powerful.
Duplessis got that kind of like close eyes knockout.
Yes.
Type of
literally.
Like he just starts swinging,
puts
his head down, and just starts throwing them bitches.
He did it in the fight.
He did it a couple times.
I don't even think he won the Sean fight, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. I was about that because I'm a big Israel Adesanya fan. What's the chat saying? Was the chat making fun of him, or are they sad too? I was a sad boy.
You are just a sad boy. Like, I mean, it's gonna happen if John Jones fights Tom Aspinall and gets knocked out. I'm gonna be pretty sad.
I feel like John Jones will fuck him up after watching that last fight.
Aspinall?
Yeah, because Aspinall looked kind of sloppy in those exchanges. I ain't gonna lie.
He's got the power though.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he'd just wrestle fuck Pereira if they fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'd rather see him versus Aspinall because Aspinall at least has like a little bit of ground game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. I guess Sean Strickland's gonna fight DDP next. I did see actually get a picture of.
Is that like gonna be the most unhyped title fight in recent memory?
But yeah, it's probably up there with like another championship fight, so it sells. I can't see me like how on this fight it was a sole championship.
Yeah.
To sell it, that next one with Sean, there's got to probably be another one, maybe a girls championship fight with it or something. No offense.
Yeah. No offense.
Can you put up the? Yeah. Because this might be another one too. I'd be way more down for this one, by the way. Pereira. Izzy's dad coming to save the day.
Yeah,
Don't worry, son.
I
got you.
He would knock out Duplessis.
He'd fuck Duplessis off.
Yeah.
He would destroy him. But you didn't. You hesitated. Why? You don't like it? You don't want that?
I mean,
or you just don't see it happening?
I don't see it happening.
That's fair. Especially when Sean's already like in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Izzy should get a rematch, honestly.
Dink after that?
Yeah, like he was winning the fight.
He ain't getting a rematch.
He won 2. He won 3. He was winning 4 until he got caught.
No, he lost 2. I think you could say because 2 is the round he got taken down. I think he won 3 and 4, and I think he's winning that one too until that.
Well, that was 4.
Yeah. I'm saying he lost 2. The first. Oh, you talking about the round?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he lost round 2. Round 1 was like.
Yeah.
Round 3 was his, but he got rocked still in that round. He was barely surviving. I don't know, man. Who's the next one? Who's the next like great in UFC now that Izzy's gone?
I mean, O'Malley.
I understand.
UFC's at an all-time low for star power right now.
Right. I think it might be Pereira.
He's old too, though.
Yeah, he is.
He's older than Izzy.
But he's got that aura.
He does have aura.
As much as they try to, and I met.
But he can't
Sean,
speak English. The face of your team. No.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
No.
No, he's actually still a star.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you need to hear him speak?
The biggest stars are him and O'Malley probably right now.
Yeah. Am I tripping on O'Malley? I don't feel that with O'Malley. The star power.
I do. I think he's one of the biggest stars in the game.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like it's oversold a little bit. I feel like it's more. I think it's more sold than it is told. If that makes sense. Like it's more. This guy's a star versus him being an actual star.
I mean, what has he done to prove that he isn't? Like he's
Fought
got the highlight reel knockouts.
Oh, he's fought as Aljo.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess no, Peter Yan.
Yeah.
That was a close fight. Which actually, you know what? That's probably my favorite Sean O'Malley fight. And that one, honestly, kind of was a draw.
Yeah.
We're talking Lions too. We're
gonna talk a lot. Of
we're
Lions.
greedy,
We're talking
all
Lions
right?
all day.
Give me a break. Talking Lions all day.
Bro can't speak a lick of English, said Danny G.
But the thing, that's his
He
whole
can,
thing, though. Is
though.
like he don't have to speak because his whole fucking
Yeah, he's just
persona's
scared. Oh, he's for sure.
stone-faced killer. Chris, you about to say something?
No.
Oh.
But I am excited to watch him fight again, dude. Like after watching him fight and that dude who had like the cell tower haircut and he rocked him.
Which
that was dope.
What the hell's his name?
Because he was trying to
Prohaska?
stare him down
Yuri?
too. He was trying to stare him down too, and one of
Yeah.
them was about it, and the other wasn't.
Yeah. No, Yuri's a crazy person too. But
Yeah, but it was just It looked different.
there
with
really
Brad.
is. Like, who's the next up and coming star?
Patty?
But he's not even that good. Like,
Honestly.
there's no phenom.
I was watching old Rampage because people were talking about who introduced UFC because people were making fun of people who got introduced to UFC through Izzy, which there's nothing wrong with it.
cares?
Izzy,
Yeah.
Izzy was lit. Dude, when he took the title from Robert Whittaker, he came out in a dance sequence.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
Who introduced me to UFC?
Yeah, who was yours?
Probably like Forrest,
Yeah,
Rich Franklin, those guys.
old school.
Rich Franklin was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably that era.
We were also like too young to like, we couldn't order pay-per-views or go to a boy's house. We just had to like catch
Yeah.
highlights.
Oh, I was
or
watching
bootleg
UFC
it.
Unleashed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Rampage because dude was coming off the chain,
Hell yeah.
knocking out Chuck Liddell, who was like the man back then.
Slamming
Too.
the shit out of people.
Bro, he was a beast.
I liked Machida and Shogun. Those are my guys.
Yeah, Shogun's a dog too. Put Prime Silva versus Izzy, and I agree Spider wins.
Yeah.
That's where we agree to
Oh,
disagree.
for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Spider's top 3 all time.
Yeah, that's fair. He also was caught in the sauce too, for being honest. And I love
Spider?
Silva. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we popped for dirty.
For sure. I mean, everybody's doing it back then.
Yeah,
Chael says that all the time.
yeah. Even now, man.
What did he say when he's fighting John Jones? He's like, you know when you see another player, whatever it was. Like a player recognizes a player, something like that.
Chael's hilarious.
Chael sounds funny, dude.
Yo, Honolulu BS. I'm with you. UFC, MMA, and it should be in the Olympics.
Nah.
No, boxing is.
Yeah.
Or do you think like it will start
But
a war or something?
How could
Or you just don't want to see US lose?
you wouldn't be able? You can't fight multiple UFC fights in a row like that.
That's fair.
I don't know how they do it with boxing.
Yeah, yeah. Wait a week, I think.
Still.
Maybe just do it the way UFC did.
And they wear headgear in
Yeah.
the Olympic boxing matches.
That's fair. How they used to do it to get in the tough house? Like 2 rounds?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe do it like that?
I don't know if UFC fighters would do that, though.
Or 3 2-minute rounds?
Because, like, what if you lose your chin in the Olympics and then just...
Then you lose the Olympics.
and you lose the Olympics and you lose your career?
Don't get rocked. Do you think USA would medal? In heavyweight, we got John.
Heavyweight we would medal.
Light heavyweight we might be cooked.
Sean. We got Sean O'Malley and John. Those would be our prized horses. Who else?
Russia be cleaning up.
Russia would be cleaning up.
Russia be cleaning up for sure.
That's what it is too. Like Islam.
They let too many of those guys in.
Yeah. I mean,
they're ruining our sport.
They're taking our germs. I mean, dude, Islam doesn't have star power.
Yeah.
Like as good as he is, and he could be better than Khabib.
Yeah.
I already think he's a better striker than Khabib.
What's crazy too
but
is
like he doesn't have the star power that Khabib did.
It's wild though because they do just not here. Oh no, Khabib was actually no, you're
Habib,
right.
yeah.
Habib was different. But I'm talking about those guys like in the Islamic countries or like
they're like superheroes.
Bro, I just looked it up just now just to get a gauge. I think Izzy has like 8 million something followers on Instagram. And then I looked at Sean O'Malley, it was like 2 point something. Islam, how many do you think he's got?
Like 20.
I mean, you guess higher than I was gonna say, but yeah, 8.7.
Oh.
Which is bigger than O'Malley.
Yeah, that is.
So like worldwide, I'm not like if you're grabbing money. All right, guys, we're talking some football.
We're talking a lot of football.
I apologize.
We're talking a lot of football.
All right, I'll tell you first. But Mark White gonna do you right. Give him a call today, Mark White, markwhitesells.com, or give him a call at 248-290-8242. And right now, he can save you up to $5,000 on the closing cost of your new home. That's 248-290-8242. And that's markwhitesells.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit michigansportsandspine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. We got Caleb, the explosive. And now, the Detroit Lions. Honest to God, that was the best preseason game I've ever watched in my life. I'm not even kidding you. I don't know if it's because I'm just so thirsty for football, but that was genuinely entertaining the entire way through.
It was good watching the good players make good plays. Obviously, Hendon Hooker, that's going to be what the majority of this segment is about, is Hendon Hooker and how much he impressed. But other guys out there, we have Sion Vaki we're going to talk about later. Josh Pascal looked really good in the snaps that he got. Isaiah Williams looked like eat shit, Caleb. Isaiah Williams looked like he's going to potentially make the team out there. Same with a guy like Caden Davis.
Got a clip on that too.
It was fun. It was a fun game to watch. It was good to see guys that you actually think are going to be getting some run. Make plays, which I like to see.
Honestly, too, and I don't know if it's just me, and I'd love to actually talk to somebody like in the league that's going through this stuff, but like I feel like these games, and maybe it's just Detroit Lions, and I look at this coaching staff differently. I think they're more competitive than years past because you got limited time. Like before, you had the 4 games, kind of bullshitting around. We're like, I don't know. At least maybe our roster's just ultra competitive. Guys like trying to earn their spots, but like. Guys are making plays, and it feels competitive. It doesn't feel like a lollygag just fucking like out there for the fuck of it. Like, everyone here is trying to compete to stay.
I think it's
just our team.
I think it's a mixture of things. I think it's a mixture of the quality of our roster, like you said. You've got a lot of players, so there's a lot less spots for grabs. So guys know that they have to show out if they want to get one of those spots. I think it is the culture and the kind of intensity set by the coaching staff, by Dan Campbell, by Brad Holmes. And I think it is guys wanting to make this roster because they know this is something special. Guys know that legitimately, for the first time in my life, for the first time in the Super Bowl era, this is a team that is going to compete for a Super Bowl. And that is not hearsay, that is not Lions fandom, that is not Honolulu Blue mainlining. That is a realistic expectation that a lot of people share for this Detroit Lions team. So I think for guys trying to fight to make a roster, you fight a little bit harder if you know it's going to be a damn good roster that has a chance of doing something special.
Matthew Betts, actually, we talked about it last week. I don't think you were here for that day, but that's one of the reasons he chose the Detroit Lions is obviously one, he feel like he had a more path to success here, making the team. But the other part of it too is like we were actually competing for something, and he wanted to come along and be part of that experience. Like if that's the one cool thing about being a UDFA or a guy that's coming out of free agency from like CFL. Like in the draft, you're going to land where you're going to land. You have no control over it unless you're like an Eli Manning or whoever else do a fit to get drafted elsewhere. But if you're a UDFA or just a free agent coming from Canada or wherever else, like you can choose. Out of the teams that want you, obviously, like where you want to go and what type of impact you're going to make, obviously, is up to you at that point. But, yeah, the Detroit Lions were just that, and I think that is probably why they're a little more competitive. Like, as you were talking about it, like, I just thought about that last sequence. And shout out to Nick for hitting the chat with the money line, I guess.
Twice.
You cleaned up twice?
Double down on it.
Let's go. But our team was competing like it was an actual fucking game.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of wanted to go with this one to start is – I have zero questions that Jake Bates is the kicker of this team.
Absolutely.
And that Hendon Hooker is quarterback too.
Let's go.
It solidified both of those things. Those were the biggest question marks I had entering the preseason, and it got solidified in the second preseason game. And I think that's big for this team moving forward. Hendon Hooker's your guy. He has the intangibles that Sudfeld just doesn't have. And then you think about this kicking game. He went 4 for 4 on field goals with the 55 being as long. Obviously, the game winner. You do have to question maybe the extra point, but he made it when it counted, and that's all that matters in my eyes.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a weapon for this team, and I think I can depend on him for some big field goals, as we just saw game-winning field goal in Kansas City. I know it's preseason, but you love to see it early.
Caleb, you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, a guy you mentioned I had my eye on after game one was Isaiah Williams, and he went out and performed. I think I can't remember when we did it. I think it was the day after, or maybe 2 days after game one. You asked like who are the receivers you think are going to get a roster spot? And I really think I think I said it. I think it was up in the air between Isaiah Williams and DPJ.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Williams is doing everything he can to stay on this roster. He's explosive. The only problem with him is he's not like that big body guy we're looking for. He's more of like a slot guy, gonna like catch those shallow drags and stuff like that. But I mean he's really impressed and he showed out on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to dive into a little bit deeper a little bit later, just the wide receiver 3 stuff, because it really is just up in the air, even with Isaiah Williams feeling like he drove something home on Saturday. But, yeah, man, just the overall competitiveness for this team is something I was just proud of in my team. Obviously, like Nick said, we hit a couple money lines, plus money, because Detroit Lions were down. And the Chiefs played their starters. Real quick, I do want to just pull a Flannel Sam, and no disrespect to Flannel Sam, but Patrick Mahomes behind the back. Jesus, what are we doing, guys? This guy.
If Hutch was in there, that would have been a pick 6.
That's true.
Probably so, but just like the audacity.
Yeah, I mean that's why he did it. It's preseason.
Yeah. I guess they had an opportunity to do it. It's been in the playbook for a while, and they had an opportunity to do it during.
It's in the playbook.
Yeah.
That A behind the back pass is in the way.
I wouldn't. I mean, the stuff they do at the goal line and stuff is.
Remember the ring around the Rosie?
Yeah,
last year?
that's
shit
crazy.
was so stupid.
That was incredibly
It worked,
stupid.
I think, right?
No, it didn't.
Kind of
work.
did,
Oh,
honestly.
shit. But the stuff they always do that that shuffle pass at the goal line.
Yeah.
And now that Mahomes can do it behind the back.
Yeah.
That's a little bit unfair.
Yeah. Honestly.
Stupid.
I would be extremely surprised if I saw him do that in a regular season game. If they weren't up like 3 touchdowns.
I think he's going to do it. I
Well,
think he'll do it.
He said it during the break or whatever. Or it was either the announcer or Patrick Mahomes said they had the opportunity to do it in the Super Bowl. And he's like, I can't do this in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
If this goes wrong, like this is bad.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys remember like the ring around the Rosie play?
Yes, yeah.
Like, what the hell?
They had that, and they did that in the Eagles Super Bowl too. And I'm pretty sure they scored on that drive.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Insane behavior.
It is insane behavior. But the whole point is the Detroit Lions being competitive in that game, albeit a preseason game. If you just want to take the first 2 drives that the Chiefs had, the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs, the version of this offense, like Patrick Mahomes didn't do much last year, and everyone knows that. But they got him pieces. Xavier Worthy showed out. I think he's going to be something worth looking at. And then obviously you got Rashee Rice. We held them to 2 field goals. I get it. It's just like not vanilla defense, but just like standard Madden play defense because you're not really scouting this team leading the week up. But like this is the defense we all the shit on. I mean, at least the secondary, and they held those guys to 2 field goals. Am I wrong for having like a takeaway? Am I wrong for being proud of that? Is that gross?
No, you should be proud of your team when they play good. You should be proud of your defense if they stop a Patrick Mahomes-led offense, even if it is the preseason, because he's that good. And there were some things you'd like to see fixed, but there was a lot of good things. And it wasn't playing the starters. It wasn't any of the guys that you're really going to trust out there, and the Chiefs were playing their starters. So, yeah, you should be proud of that, even if it's the preseason.
You guys proud?
There's nothing else we can be proud of with this team right now, so preseason.
Yeah, I was happy. I know everything's vanilla, and they're not going to really show you too much besides the, behind the back pass, just messing around there. But I guess the question I have for you guys, Eazy specifically, because Spencer and I were in lockstep earlier in the preseason that we thought Hendon Hooker was going to be the number 2 quarterback.
Yeah.
Have you seen enough out of Hendon to fully buy in that he's our number 2 guy right now?
Yes.
Do you trust him?
I will give you my answer after you tell us about Feldman Chevrolet.
Feldman Chevrolet. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Every single morning when you wake up, make sure you're putting on the best morning show in the country. It's Wake Up Woodward. It's Kool-Aid, Flannel, Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning. And Jesus as they cover all of Detroit sports. Every single morning, throw on Wake Up Woodward, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports.
Wake up.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. Be a friend to the friend. Share the stream. I'm Eazy Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Nicholas, the microwave, Kohloff.
Let's go.
I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to you.
Thank you.
I want to apologize, most importantly, to the fans and the listeners, too. Most importantly, I want to apologize to Hendon Hooker. All right. For any doubt that anything ever need to develop, is there stuff that could still need, use some work? Yeah, for sure. But you are 100% right, 100% correct, Speedy, that this kid can hop in an emergency situation at QB2 and provide you a couple W's. Like, he's got it. Yeah. And I get that the first drive started off a little slow, and I was like, fuck, like, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was telling him. After that, He looked great.
He looked great.
He really did. Took a few sacks. Obviously, you're working with like the third string offensive line. That's you're not getting any help with that one. He held on to it a little bit long, but like, give him like the first team, or just pieces of the first team, pieces of the second team in those situations. He's balling. The other piece of it too is like when you're watching a quarterback in preseason. Because I hate this, because I saw it with like the Caleb Williams stuff too, although I hate Caleb Williams and I hate Chicago Bears fans. I had a tiff with them this weekend. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But what you're looking for in these quarterbacks in preseason, are the reads accurate?
Yes.
Are the throws accurate?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I need to see. I don't give a fuck what defense we're playing. I don't give a fuck what string they have out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is he making the correct read? Is the throw accurate? And they were. So insert first string players there. Those are plays being made. Maybe there's a defensive player in the first string that can make a play on some of them, but you liked what you saw regardless. Like there's no, it's third string when a guy's making accurate throws. That's what you want to see. Spinny, you've been on this train.
Yeah, I mean, I've been dubbed a ball knower before, and this is just something to add to that. I mean, no, honestly, I was happy to see it. I have full faith in this kid going forward as the quarterback 2 of this offense. And I know people were saying, oh, but he's doing it against second and third stringers out there, so it doesn't. He's doing it with second and third stringers as well. So if you put him on the best offense in the NFL, that's definitely going to help. With the best offensive line in the NFL, that's definitely going to help. And don't get me wrong, best case scenario for the Detroit Lions, the only snaps that Hendon Hooker plays this season are in the last week of the season when they have the 1 seed for the NFC wrapped up. And you can put him out there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see Hendon Hooker in meaningful games for the Detroit Lions this year. But if he has to play in games because, God forbid, Jared Goff, like I said, rolls an ankle, breaks a rib, dislocates a finger, something like that, and has to miss a week or two, I feel comfortable that he would be able to go in there in the first-team offense, execute, and win games. He's shown that, obviously, we knew the athleticism was there. He's big. He's got a great arm. He was making the right reads, accurate throws. The ball looks good coming out of his hand. I'm confident in him to be quarterback 2. I'm confident that if we need him to step up, he will, and he will do it well enough for the Lions to stay afloat on the season. I think he can carry the torch until Jared Goff comes back.
Yeah,
if needed.
And by the way, too, like these developments we're speaking of, like these reads, all that stuff like that, that's going to happen throughout the season. I mean, that's part of the reason I wanted a veteran guy. Part of it, was so maybe Hooker could, spare a few minutes to learn a little bit more, but also so we have someone to teach him while Mark Brunell's working with Jared Goff in live action. I still want that veteran piece, just as like a QB3. Hooker, he is QB2.
Yes.
I mean, anyone? Nick?
No, I got him at QB2 for sure. I'm all in on the Hendon Hooker hype train right now. I think you obviously saw it on a couple of those touch throws where, he kind of missed his guys, but this is his second game ever as an NFL quarterback.
Dude, he was 12 of 15.
Exactly. He said shooting 80%, throwing 80%. Yeah, he's going to be just fine. I mean, we knew what we were getting. It was a Heisman hopeful. It would have been the Heisman winner in Hendon Hooker. We know what kind of talent this guy has. I trust him to lead a Ben Johnson offense if it needs to happen. So, yeah, I'm all in on Hendon Hooker, QB2. And to be honest, I think he's a damn good quarterback, too.
Yeah. Shout out to Hendon Hooker in the chat. Dropping the eyes emoji.
Shout out to Hendon Hooker.
But, yeah, like I said, I saw enough out of him in college to know that when he was ready, he would be a good fit. With the players we have on offense, with the system we have in place, you don't have to ask a lot of your quarterback in this offense. You got to just put the hands in your playmaker, or put the ball in your playmaker's hands and let them do most of the work. And it's important to have an accurate, dependable quarterback there for sure. I am comfortable with him if need be. Hopefully we don't have to see it. Hopefully Jared Goff is completely healthy all season and leads us to the Super Bowl, which I think is what's going to happen. But like I said, worst case scenario, Hendon Hooker has to play 2 weeks in the regular season because of an injury. I'm comfortable that he would be able to get some wins.
And beyond the accuracy, he has that little sprinkle playmaker too. The one score he had, that 7-yard touchdown run, was a play that needed to be made. I saw a lot of, and that
is a different.
As a biased guy, I'm gonna, I know what the situation is, but that's what Caleb Williams did. Everyone was sucking his dick. And Hooker got a 7-yard run, 80% completion, against third stringers. I get it. No, actually, no. The Bengals played their second stringers too.
Yes, and that is a different like. As much as I'd say it with a grain of salt, but like when you're in the red zone, having a mobile quarterback is just a different level. It is a different thing that players have to work out or look out for.
It's
the
a whole
defenses
extra
have to
wrinkle of the
worry
offense,
about.
man.
It makes you have that extra guy. So you like to see that. You like to see that he didn't do what he did in week 1 of the preseason where he was running with reckless abandon, but I gave him a pass for that because I would be doing the same thing. If it was my first, I'll be so juiced to get out there. I'd be trying to put somebody in the dirt, and he did. And I don't even think he was concussed. That was just a
offensive line sucked. It was raining.
Yeah. So I was really happy with what he saw. I was really happy with the way Hendon Hooker performed, the throws he was making, the accuracy he displayed. It was an all around fantastic performance for him. Hopefully, we get more of that in the last game.
Caleb, the explosive.
Yeah, I was kind of on Eazy's side too to bring in a veteran guy. I was wrong. Hendon Hooker is and should be the QB2. Like you even look at that 7-yard run. It wasn't like he saw a hole and took off. He went through his reads, he went through his progressions, and then no one was open, found a hole, scored. That's the kind of stuff I was looking for. Like you said, Eazy, like finding the open guy and throwing an accurate pass. And he did that besides, off the top of my head, maybe one on that play action to the deep cross to, I think it was, I can never remember his name. He had the long touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, Caden Davis.
Yes, can never remember his name. But, missed him. That's really it. That's really the only mistake he made. Like you said, maybe took a couple sacks, but he looks mature and he looks ready to go if anything happens.
We got a couple conflicting reports in the Woodward Sports chat.
Uh-oh.
There's a Nate Sudfeld, third-string quarterback. He says, can't wait to play a few downs in the Super Bowl. And then we have Nate QB2 Sudfeld saying, we're going to the Super Bowl, guys. I'll be sure to be ready. So
real quick, Nate Sudfeld, kind of redeemed yourself there for a minute. He looks better.
He's going to be quarterback 3. He's going to be I forget who. I think it was Ator, your boy, saying like having a quarterback 1 Butler is important for an offense.
Quarterback 1 Butler?
Yeah, like a Butler for your quarterback 1. And that's
why is that important?
It's what Sudfeld is. I don't know. But like that's what Sudfeld is going to be. He's just
a clipboard holder?
Jared Goff's boy. Yeah. He's an ultimate fan. And you can have that emergency quarterback this year because of a rule that the Lions proposed. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, safe to say Fromm's probably not making this team.
No.
Didn't play a single snap. Although, albeit it was a very competitive game, he'll probably play this week if he's on the team just because they want to preserve the guys they actually want to use.
Yeah, they brought in Fromm just in case Hooker couldn't play.
No way Hooker plays in the third game, right? There's just no way.
No, I think he does.
Would you start him at
I would start him.
I don't know. I feel like he kind of – did he not win that spot, you don't think?
He did.
No, yeah, but you still want to see
more of them.
Sudfeld and Fromm. Let them battle out for 3.
I would play Hendon Hooker for the first quarter.
Yeah, I think he needs the reps.
And selfishly, I want to see him. And, yeah, he does need the reps. He's only played 2 quarters of NFL football.
That's true.
So, selfishly, I'd like to see him. Not like a whole half, not a ton. But let him play the first quarter. Start the game, get confident. For the home fans, give him some juice.
Yes. It's at home.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And I think FanDuel is honestly sleeping on Hooker as well. Lions big underdogs in the second half there. Hendon Hooker coming out second half.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to hit his stride finally, and he did.
Chiefs low-key blessed us, though, when they got the ball back with a little over 2 minutes and started throwing it. What do we do? What do we do?
It's preseason.
Yeah. Well, God bless him because,
Jake Bates, it gave us the opportunity.
He made the bread off it.
Jake Bates loading.
Yeah.
I called that out in like the third quarter.
And I know he missed that field goal kick.
He looked damn good.
If I'm not the extra point, I feel like it's kind of common every once in a while for a guy. I think it happened in the Super Bowl.
It happens, yeah.
Jake Moody was third-round pick.
It's what's it going to be? Like it's at like the 25 now.
I think it's a 15.
Back in the day, it was at like the 2-yard line or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not as crazy to miss an extra point. You still don't want to do it, and I don't think he will. I don't think that's going to be a consistent theme. I know Nick's freaking out about it, but
that's the one that gave him a praise today.
Yeah, I liked what I saw out of Jake Bates. Obviously, that the ice in his veins, the walk-off game winner. You like to see that. He kind of how do you want it? Shout out.
How do you want it?
Yeah, shout out Tupac. But like, he hit it from 55. There's one from 35. There's one from 40 plus. Obviously, he missed the extra point, but That's not going to be a common theme with him, I don't think. I'm confident in Jake Bates as well.
I'm just looking for the extra points. I just want to see how many Justin Tucker missed last year. For the people that are probably freaking out about Jake Bates.
Justin Tucker probably didn't miss any.
I'm pretty sure he missed it. I mean, it happens. He was... That's field goals. Where's the extra points? He missed one.
Out of like
year.
70 or something.
51 out of 52. So literally just missed one.
And that's the GOAT.
The same the previous year was 31 out of 32. 2021, he went 32 out of 32. He's
the greatest of all time. And
Hall of Fame,
really
Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's amazing.
Art says a 55-yarder in Arrowhead is no joke.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's an outside,
He's going to bang a 60-plus field goal this year. You can put that in the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
End of first half or something.
Something like that.
Taking a shot.
They're gonna get the ball back with 40 seconds left. Hit J-Mo for a 20-yard gain. Have it right there. Put Bates in there and let him bang it from 60.
And I think that's why he's still on the team, because Dan Campbell and the boys just want to know they have a chance, like in that moment.
Yes.
Like, you'd rather have a guy that you know can make a 60-yarder, 64, 60, within that vicinity, versus have a guy you may be accurate when you get 30, 40.
But you don't even need those.
But you don't even have a chance, you don't have an absolute chance at all, a chance in hell at 60
They don't like
yards.
kicking 30-yard field goals.
Yeah, they're like, fuck that. We're right there. We're going for
30 yards away.
Exactly.
That's 2 plays. So, yeah, I'm confident in Jake Bates. And like I said, worst case scenario, they'll probably be similar to the production you got out of Michael Badgley last year.
Yeah. A few of the positive notes that Dan Campbell said from Hendon Hooker, he mentioned that, just alone getting the play call and not fucking that up, and also getting it in time in those, hurry up moments is, something you'd like to see out of a young guy. I guess Hendon, executed there outside of they did at the fumble, and obviously we all got to witness that. But, that's one of those things. You get a backup quarterback, backup running back. It's probably just going to happen.
Yes.
And personally, I kind of wanted to have Hooker throw in that situation. I didn't like the play call there, but whatever. It happened. And then, he talked about the fumble. He wasn't very happy with that, too. But these things will get better. Like with Sudfeld, all due respect, again, if you're really in there, if you're listening, you know what you're getting. You're getting mid at best, right? Hooker, there's still that ceiling.
There's an upside.
Yeah. And that's just where I'm at with it.
Sudfeld wasn't winning a Heisman.
Yeah.
Hooker was an injury away from a Heisman.
But Sudfeld could get better. He's only 26.
No, you know what he is.
You know what he is. He's been in the league since 2017. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But we got more Detroit Lions to talk. But first,
get off the team. Sudfeld and says, "I'll be ready."
Speaking of backups, you need a backup always, and this happened to be called insurance. Hit up my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance. He is the starter when it comes to that. Hit him up. The phone number's 313-530-1698, or you can email mark@swissins.com. That's 313-530-1698, or hit him up at mark@swissins.com.
And let me tell you about the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren. It is back August 22nd through the 25th at Warwick Hills. Leave golf to the pros, but don't miss the party on 17. $2 birdie beers, concerts, and more. Get your tickets at allychallenge.com. Brought to you by Randy Wise Automotive.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Randy Wise, Celebrity Golf Tour. Grab your golf clubs and celebrities and scan the QR code above my head, and you can join the likes of Calvin Johnson, Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, and more on the golf course, completing our foursome with the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Just head to woodwardsports.com for your opportunity to win, or scan the QR code above my head. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinmo Rex,
What up, though?
Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
We have Caleb, the colorblind, with us. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. We about to read a comment?
Yeah. Tyler Chevalier says Nate Sudfeld is the quarterback equivalent of Raygun, the Australian breakdance.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, she was so bad that I feel bad for Nate Sudfeld even didn't get the comp.
She had confidence, man.
That's how bad she was. I guess there was a rumor that came out that she rigged the
qualifier to get in.
Yeah, like her husband hired the judges.
I would believe it.
Yeah,
she looks like she did. I could have done better.
She hopped like a fucking kangaroo.
That was ridiculous.
And threw a toddler fit and was like, yeah, it's breakdancing, yeah. Is she one of these?
Is that your Australian accent?
Nah, but I watched the video of Theo Von cooking with two cousins.
Oh, yeah.
And they're Australian. So it's like a cousin accent on top of the Australian accent.
Australian cousin, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That's Caleb's favorite channel, by the way. He said it.
I don't think they're Australian.
Is it called Cooking with Cousins?
I'm positive they're not Australian.
I think they're Australian, mate.
I think they're British.
I think they're Australian. That beer they use in that thing is an Australian beer, too.
Was it Iron Brew?
The one with the kangaroo, the Aussie. Looks like my can.
All right. Let's move on to buy yourself.
All right, it's time for your Detroit Lions Stock Exchange. Are you buying or selling some of these storylines following the second preseason game, Spinny? Sione Vaki becomes RB3 over Craig Reynolds. Are you buying or selling?
Buy.
Buy.
This guy looks legit. Like Chris in Wisconsin, I'm buy. Like this guy looks like a real deal player. He has the elusiveness. He has the speed, the change of direction. He can do it from receiving the ball. You can do it from out of the backfield, rushing. You can put him in the slot. He is going to be a Swiss Army knife for this team. He's physical. So, like, everybody that's like, but I want to see Sione Vaki throw that block like Craig Reynolds. It was a great block. Sione Vaki can do that. He played safety. Like, he's not scared to hit people. He is a physical player. So, yeah, I'm buy. Like, I think
Bye.
This guy is looking pretty damn good. He looks like he did in college. When you get the ball in his hands, he's going to make something happen. And you love to see that.
Bye. This kid, I used this word last time. I used it with I was on with Dion, the contact balance. You hit this kid, he's going to find a way to maneuver that and fall forward for 4 to 5 more yards. He did it on the very first catch he made before the second half, and then the announcer was like, yeah, he's going to go out of bounds. No, spun forward for like 4 more yards. Sione Vaki is just learning the running back position. There's the running back position. There's it collegiately. I think they learned at the NFL level. He's just learning this thing. This kid just balls. He knows ball. He plays ball. He's a ball player. Brad Holmes made those statements before he ever drafted Sione Vaki, and now we have the first example of it. This kid can probably do whatever you ask him to.
Yeah.
He probably could go in on a passing play. I was thinking about it on the way in today, Smitty.
Sure.
And we're going to talk about the wide receiver stuff. Like, yes, that's what I was going to get to. I feel like he really could play a slot if you asked him to. This kid is just a ball player.
What is that saying always? He's your favorite football player's favorite football player.
That's what he is.
I think that applies to Sione Vaki.
Yeah.
Like, because how much he can do, how good he is at doing everything you see him do. Like, he's a great defensive player as well. Like, he was arguably better at safety than he was running back in college, but he got drafted as a running back.
Yeah.
And we see why, because he is elusive. You say that word, contact balance, that one word, contact balance. He's going to make plays when he's given the opportunity, man.
Yes. Sione Vaki, I think of contact balance like a ball player. He's going to do whatever you need him to do. Nick, are you buying or selling Sione Vaki? RB3 over Craig Reynolds.
3 words. Let Brad cook. 4th rounder. He just did it again. This guy averaged just under 10 yards per touch in college, and we're seeing exactly why in these first 2 preseason games. Vaki is going to be a keeper. He's going to be one of those cheap options that you have as a weapon for the next 4 years for this Detroit Lions team, which you have to hit on when you're paying guys massive contracts. This is big. Buy. I'm all behind Vaki right now. Pause. Caleb.
Yes, I'm absolutely buying this. Look, I'm a big Craig Reynolds guy. I like what he brings to this ball club, but I mean, Sione Vaki, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. We might call him an RB3, but it's going to be a different type of RB3 than Craig Reynolds is, because I think Vaki's actually going to get a lot of playing time. And I know we'll get to that later, whether it's in the slot or whether they have packages for him coming out of the backfield. Absolute ball player. Sione Vaki, I'm buying this.
You want in?
Sure. I mean, to quote Spencer directly, he said, "Bye, love what you can do in the back end." Like that's. I agree. I think the kid's got a lot of talent. I think he's got spunk. He's gonna be a star.
Honestly, I mean, Spunk was funny, but I do think he has like the makings of a star because just the story alone, is like is crazy. Yeah, man, catching the ball in the backfield, that's what he's doing on the way down that drive. It was like he's running the ball down there.
He was walking the ball down the field.
Doing what the hell he wanted, man. This guy he's going to be a stud. I guess there's like nuances, like holding the ball a certain way, all that other bullshit they want at the NFL level. They want him to work at, but give him the ball, he's going to make something happen. All right. Matthew Betts makes this team over James Houston. Matthew Betts had a sack in that game. He had multiple pressures. I actually liked a lot of what I saw. I'm not going to lie. Caught me by surprise. I threw out an apology to Hendon Hooker and Matthew Betts. I'm doing that too. Whoever else I need to apologize about that one. I don't know if he's going to make the team for sure, but he's definitely better than what I'd mistaken him for to begin with.
Again, ball knowers know ball. And I had this guy. No, I'm going to sell this one. I do like Betts. I like what he can bring. He looked good in the snaps that he was getting. He got the sack on a nice, two-hand swipe to get the guy off of him and get right to the Carson Wentz. But I don't think he makes it over Houston. I know Houston has been somewhat disappointing out of the snaps we've seen out of him, but we've seen him do it for real in the NFL, and we've seen him do it against the best competition in the world. So I'm going to sell that.
You selling?
Yeah.
I'm going to join you with that. I'm going to sell just because of what you saw Houston do. Yeah, you saw Betts do it, and that was against the second-string offense at that point. And it was good. And what he did was really good. Even against the first team, he was getting a little bit of pressure there on Patrick Mahomes. Like he flushed him out once, but I don't think I'm just not willing to give up what we actually saw in actual reps against actual starting teams with James Houston just yet. And I think maybe he can survive and end up on your practice squad. So I'm selling for now.
Yeah, I'm selling this for sure. Every reason you guys just said, he's already done it. Simple as that. There's not much you have to really say. James Houston has one elite trait, and it's getting to the quarterback. I'm selling this. Matthew Betts did it in one preseason game.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell this as well, just because I feel like if Houston's upside is just way higher than Betts. I think all of us know that, and I feel like if we let go of Houston, I think you would go somewhere and succeed somewhere else, and that would be tough to watch. So. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this. But Betts, that sack he had was, he had him 10 yards in the backfield. Like it was snap go. Yeah, it was snap go. And but I'm gonna sell this.
Obviously, I'm selling this. You guys know I've hammered home the point that James Houston is the X factor to this Lions defense going to the next level. I mean, it's just the uniqueness of what he brings, the bend and everything that he brings is just that's too rare. That's too rare to pass up on for someone that had one good preseason game. So I'm keeping him.
All right, what if I change the question from over Houston to just makes the team?
I'd probably still sell it.
Still selling?
Yeah.
I'm still selling too, man. It's deep, and they picked up Kyle Pico to hold it down for DJ Reader, and you still got DJ Reader who come along once upon a time. Mm-hmm. I just think this defensive line, when you're looking at actually who's going to make the roster, it's a lot tighter than you think. I think Pascal's there, Levi's there, obviously Hutch. Who am I missing here? Broderick Martin, Davenport,
yeah.
DJ Reader. I don't think I said Pico. You already had 7 people. Yeah. How many defensive linemen are you keeping on the team? All due respect to him. I hope he makes our practice squad.
Yeah, we're going to take a deep dive into some DJ Reader stuff around the league later, but I'm selling this. I don't think he makes the team. Just way too deep right now, and you have to be a difference maker to be on this team. And I just don't know if Matthew Betts is in the NFL.
Selling?
I don't know.
Buy it if you want.
This is there is just so many
big
guys.
White truth.
There is just so many guys. I'm gonna buy it. I think because their whole thing when it comes to defensive backs and the defensive line, it's all about depth. If a guy goes down, you're gonna want someone reliable to step in, and you want to have a lot of guys under your top guy, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna buy this. I think he makes the team out of camp. I'm gonna buy it.
So, and this is not fair due to you. Actually, it is because you bought Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, Aleem McNeil, Levi Enrique, Kyle Pico, who didn't play, by the way, sat out with the starters, Broderick Martin, Mekhi Wingo, Pascal, and Houston. Who's getting cut from the – Reader as well. Who's getting cut from that group for Betts?
Pascal, right?
No, not Pascal.
I mean, Pascal was out there with the threes. Just saying.
Yeah, but he had a strip sack.
Yeah,
So
he had a
it's
couple pressures.
I don't know. Do you? Shit, I don't know. I might sell now. I mean, that's just 10 guys. Like, you can't keep 10 defensive linemen, but I just think, you know what? I'll sell. Because that's 10 guys, and I don't think any of those guys get
That's
cut.
what makes it tough, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to find a way, too. I just can't. Out of that group, there's not a single person I could pick that I'm keeping them over. Maybe it comes down to Houston, but like we just said,
Houston's the last guy on that list.
Yeah.
But I still think just Houston's upside is way too high, and I don't think they want to get rid of that.
I'm telling you, if he gets cut, he's going to Baltimore. We're going to
Yes.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did Pascal look bigger to you guys?
Yes,
it looked
he
like
did.
He put
I
on
noticed
weight.
that too, yeah.
Is he gearing up to be like just strictly D tackle? I know he played a lot of
Yeah,
end
I
in
think he
the past.
played like 3 reps at D tackle. I don't know. I think it looked the same to me, but
I thought he looked bigger.
it's a dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you was asleep. Are you selling, Chris?
Yeah, I'm selling on that. When you name that list, it's hard to map
tough,
out
bro.
who he's gonna beat.
It's tough.
On depth, that's a good problem to have.
I mean, we're up against it. We gotta go to break here, but Uku in the same camp. Like, who we out of that list we gave? I mean, he has 2 consecutive sacks in each game.
Uku over Houston.
You take Uku over Houston?
I think the team would too. I think
He feels
Dan
more versatile.
Campbell would too. More versatile, more of a hustle guy. It seems like. I like Uku. I want him to make this roster.
Yeah. Maybe this last one we'll save as an actual topic, but we do have to go to break. Tell us about Les Stanford.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service to customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together. That's right.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is popping up all over Metro Detroit. They just opened a location in Madison Heights. They got the best biscuits in the game, some great chicken, and delicious New York-style pizza. So find one near you at Sorokis.com. Soroki's. That's crispy.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Spinmore Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, the microwave.
Let's go.
Caleb the Explosive. You guys will just, please smash the like button. Our job.
Smash that like button.
Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream.
Share it with your grandma.
Say these guys are idiots, Grandma. They said Bets ain't making the squad. Oh, I'm sorry. I have ADD. ADHD in that one. All right. We didn't get to it on buy or sell. And I kind of slowed Caleb down in the beginning. But the Detroit Lions, I think, have an actual issue at the wide receiver 3 position. It's tough because you're coming off a game where Isaiah Williams looked like an NFL player for damn sure. I don't care what string is up against. Like, he showed to you in the special teams. He showed to you in catching the ball, making work afterward. But the issue is, and we talked about this before, Caleb, when you were on the show, kind of feels redundant when you have Amon-Ra St. Brown and you have Khalif Raymond. And here's Dan Campbell confirming those same sentiments.
My bad. There it is.
You're good.
Yeah, we always put stock into the guys that are making plays, and he does. He is making play. Now those are, that's in the slot, which is where he really, that's That's where he excels. That's where his game is really is suited for, and he's made the most of it, and that's what's hard a little bit is like, man, he is a football player. He is making plays, but we got Saint, we got Leaf, and so where does that fit, And some of it may need to be, well, can we put him outside? What can you do at Z? Is that a possibility? Can he survive out there? But I know this, every challenge he's had, he's stepped up and made plays, and he's another one of those guys like Strickland on the defensive side. You give him an opportunity and he finds a way to make a play. So he came up big again. Can't deny it.
Last year's committee, they kept 6 wide receivers on the team, 5, and Jambo just wasn't active. But Dan Campbell also had made comments previously too. If we don't find a wide receiver, we're totally fine with keeping an extra position or an extra guy at another position. Talking about running back and or tight end because there's some battles going on there too. Where are you at with it all, especially after this type of performance from Williams?
I'll tell you one thing I do know is Donovan Peoples-Jones is not going to make this team.
Wow.
Yeah, DPJ is not going to make this.
It kind of fits what it sounds like he's looking like, though. Looking for.
But having a guy out there is good. But if the guy can't get open, what's the point of having him out there? Mm-hmm. I'd rather have an extra slot than a guy that can't get open on the field. Like, we don't just need bodies; we need bodies that'll make plays. I think there are 3 people on this team that are ahead of Donovan Peoples-Jones for that wide receiver spot. That being Caden Davis, that being Isaiah Williams, that being Darius Fountain. And Fountain hasn't looked great in the preseason either, but we know he's done a lot in camp and he's done a lot with the first team, which adds to that. But yeah, Donovan Peoples-Jones has been the worst wide receiver throughout the preseason, outside of no-name guys.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about Peoples-Jones because I don't know, man. It sucked. He had opportunities. It felt like in that game against KC, but Nate Sudfeld is everything we described him as previously, just a guy. I think he fucked up on a couple of those plays where he was a little bit open, but it just feels like they want that bigger body guy. And if you traded for this guy once upon a time last year, he was active for you last year. I don't know if he's hitting that Israel Adesanya cliff or just lost it out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's tough, man. I feel like he fits the mold they're looking for because it sounds like they want a Z. We talked about it in the draft. We kept track of who were they visiting with at the wide receiver position. They were all 6 foot and up type of guys, the DPJ type dudes. I'm almost curious if they're gonna look around and see who's on the market for a trade, and it may be someone we don't even know, but just I don't want to say Trinity Benson, but just that type of a body type, a bigger dude. I don't know. I'm lost in this one.
Yeah, this is. God, just another week goes by. It's who is this team's wide receiver 3? Honestly. Nobody has stepped up once again, but you kind of heard it there from Dan Campbell with Isaiah Williams. Where do you guys think his potential is? Do you think he could actually fill in that role, even if it's not the body type that you're looking for in the X?
Honestly,
or in the Z?
I don't think you could do it as a. I think he can play the slot. I think he'd make this team as a slot because I saw somebody post last week Thursday about Hunter Renfrow, and we talked about him on the show too, and we're like, why would you get another slot guy? Why would you get another slot guy? But then I actually pulled up Amon-Ra St. Brown's numbers from last year, and let me get you the exact stat. He wasn't in the slot. Okay, he was in the slot 55% of the time. 43% of it, he was out wide, and then in line to Z, he played 0 snaps at that. But, it's not like Amon-Ra's always in the slot, so it's you could make it fit. If he's keep making impact plays like this,
we're gonna make it fit.
Oh yeah, give him the roster spot, but I don't know, man.
I would rather give the roster spot to a guy that doesn't fit per se with what you need, but is making plays and looks better than a guy who we just need a big body guy, so we're gonna have DPJ make this roster. He hasn't earned that spot.
Yeah,
if that's what these guys preach, and that's what they preach. That's what Dan Campbell and them preach. You have to earn your spot. You need to win position battles. He has done absolutely nothing to earn a spot on this roster.
Yeah. Caleb?
Yeah, this is an absolute roller coaster. By
the way, 6 shirt. Right now? Shout out to Devin the Dog.
Thank you. I forgot to ask you. Shout out.
Who?
Yeah, this is an absolute roller coaster because, Dan Campbell has said it. He's just waiting for DPJ to make a play. He's waiting. And this is why I've held on so much faith to DPJ because this is the exact guy we need in this offense. And I think he's ultra talented, but he's just not showing it. And, and then you look at the wide receiver 3 position and, okay, it's Khalif, but he plays the same way Amon-Ra does. And then is it Isaiah Williams? He also was a slot guy.
Yeah.
it's just so tough. And then you look at Juju, who you could pick up. He is better in the slot. At this point, I think you just got to keep the best guys and not exactly what you're looking for, and just kind of see where it goes from there.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this too. I think somebody said in the chat, and I apologize for not remembering who it was, because they made a phenomenal point in this. But like last year, we keep talking about wide receiver 3, wide receiver 3, wide receiver 3. But with the departure of Josh Reynolds, we looked at him as wide receiver 3 in a situation where J-Mo was active. But in actuality, he was wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
So it's like there really wasn't a wide receiver 3 to like crave as much as I was like making it out to be. I know Dan Campbell made it a big deal too, but like there really wasn't that in last year's offense outside of like gimmicky plays for Khalif Raymond.
Yeah.
It's like a wide receiver 2, if James was truly like showing out the way we've seen him at camp now in person. Obviously, you guys haven't seen it in preseason or anything like that yet, but like maybe it's not as dire of a need, and I would be cool with Isaiah Williams being that guy taking the roster spot.
Like I said, as much as we say we want this wide receiver 3 or we need a wide receiver 3, really it's only hyped up as much because that's the only position that's left to be like, okay, we really need somebody here. And even if it is filled, that wide receiver 3 is going to be the 5th option in any passing set. Because you got J-Mo, you got Saint, you got Laporta, you got a running back, and then that wide receiver 3. Yeah, so it's not like he's going to have this critical role to the Lions offense.
Yeah, and you could be totally fine with a set where it's Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Brock Wright, Sam Laporta, and then your running back. Like, you could be totally fine with that. You don't necessarily need it, but it's just...
I need it.
Yeah, it just would like... I think it's just with the departure of Reynolds, everybody's kind of like, why isn't that spot filled? And I'm kind of there too, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I mean, give me Isaiah Williams for now, just because he provide that for you in special teams. I'm also, though, I'm not heartbroken if he doesn't make the team, just because everything we had to say about Sione Vaki earlier too. Like if in a pinch where you need a slot guy who can make a play after the catch, that's what I think Isaiah Williams gives you. Vaki gave you that too against higher ranked guys on the KC defense. Like you could say maybe no name guys, but you also have a guy in the Steve Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator who's phenomenal. Like I think he won Coach of the Year over Spagnuolo. I apologize. He won Coach of the Year over Ben Johnson last year, didn't he? No, Jim Schwartz did.
Steve Spagnuolo guy.
Yeah, Spagnuolo. Spatula.
Dude, I just activated like 6 mosquito bites on my ankles.
Bro, the Monday after and up north, it's like they come in a little later.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the worst.
I got
I'm right there.
These Lululemon socks on. They're squeezing them.
Shout out, Rich.
Shout out.
They were bought to me by
Rich Flex.
Wealth check.
I'm all in on Isaiah Williams too right now. I mean, he's a new wide receiver 3 in my eyes as of right now.
Should the Lions make a trade?
Yes. I would. Why not? Bring in a guy, solidify that. A borderline guy, someone, not anything crazy trade, but like, I mean, if you want to, go get T. Higgins. No, but like, I would wait for cuts first before I make a trade. See if somebody gets cut. You could bring in, feel more comfortable with, and giving up assets for.
I believe it was Mike Payton. He put out that article, Eazy. I think you might have said, or I don't know if you retweeted it, but it was kind of talking about not getting a day 2 wide receiver in that 3rd round. Do you guys feel like that was a regret right now while you have like a depth learning guy in Manu?
Man,
it's so hard to just honestly judge back on anything that Brad Holmes does.
I got to be honest, and I think I've been pretty honest about this from the get. I mean, I get what it is as a project piece, but like, I just feel like this was the year for that. I wasn't in love with the Manu pick. I get what he can be. I don't know if it'd ever be like a Penei Sewell, but like, yeah, I'll watch Austin Booker as a 5th round pick. I love that kid. There's Des Walker. I mean, there's a bunch of what's his name that ended up going to the Jets? Although he would have been what we were looking for, but Malachi Corley.
Yeah,
that kid's a beast too. Jalen Polk. I know he went late. Like
McMillan, I think.
There were a lot of wide receivers.
Roman Wilson.
So they weren't too worried about it.
But in the same sentiment, though, we had DPJ. We had Antoine Green.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some higher expectation from these guys who came up short when come
Antoine Green getting hurt does suck. But even he wasn't turning heads.
I'm looking at guys. Let me make sure what year this is. 2024. Trying to find some names of like guys that possibly getting cut. Not that many wide receivers. Kadarius Toney, not an X, not a Z.
No, thanks.
Don't want him anyway.
No, not after last year. Jesus.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Wouldn't mind that, really.
I mean, there's a chance
MVS?
Reynolds gets cut.
Who?
Reynolds.
Think so?
He's not wide receiver 1, 2, or 3 on the Broncos right now on their depth chart. I think right now it's Sutton, Mims, and Troy Franklin.
If he gets cut, and then Brad Holmes sign him, I'm getting a jersey.
I'm back, bitches!
This guy,
a Brad Holmes jersey.
Yeah.
If he gets cut, that's just more evidence that Jared Goff made him.
True.
That too. But I'm talking about Brad Holmes because then go scoop him up like a ground ball. And now you have all your worries for the majority of the part gone away. I mean, you watched it last night. Did he play or was he out?
Watch the Denver game?
Yeah, it sounded like you watched
didn't watch
it
it
at
last
least.
night.
Okay. Did you? Anybody watch
Assuming him, Jesus.
Huh?
Don't assume Caleb's watching habits.
Well, he talked about the wide receivers like he watched it.
No, but on their unofficial depth chart, he's not wide receiver 1, 2, or 3.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, and I mean, because Troy.
Unlike those balls in the NFC Championship game, right, Nick?
Yeah.
Those weren't good catches. All right, sorry. Keep going, Caleb.
Pretty bad.
I was just gonna say because I mean, if Bo Nix ends up being the starter, he has Troy Franklin with him, who he already has chemistry with, and I don't know. Marvin Mims might be the best practice player of all time or something because he's wide receiver 2, and they have Sutton. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It'd be awesome.
Sutton gets hurt every year though, so
that's true. But they just paid him. So
Texans might have a little bit of surplus. I don't want Robert Woods.
I don't want Robert Woods.
Quintez Cephas, bring him home.
Oh my God.
Oh. No. Noah Brown, he's not getting cut. Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Robert Woods, Noah Brown, John Mitchie.
What about Treylon Burks?
They got a surplus of receivers for real. Treylon Burks.
He might get cut. He might not make that team.
Sucks though.
Yeah, he's not very good. But I don't know. He was really good coming out of Arkansas. So
yeah.
Arkansas.
Guys, give us some names in the chat to consider them all over them during the break. But first, we gotta tell you about LJ's.
Sorry, dude. I'm just scratching the shit out of my ankles. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let what a Lady Jane's talented stylist make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences. The online and big box retailers with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
It's Premier Pet. What up? That's so weird you did that, Nick. What up? Welcome back to Whatever It's Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Smil Rax, Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
Caleb the Colorblind. Smash the like button. Be your friend. Tell the friends. Share the stream. All right. I have no answer for you guys, the wide receiver 3. I really don't. What were they saying in the chat? Anything good? Nothing. I don't see any names.
Trade for Adam Thielen.
Antonio Brown. Adam Thielen.
Dude.
Josh Reynolds listed as wide receiver 3 on ESPN Denver depth charts. It's just a fan. But to be fair,
not the one I looked at.
It's fair. Oh, by the way, shout out Gardner Minshew. Minshew Mania continues.
Yes.
Named as the official starter for the Raiders.
Kind of looked bad when they put him in the game.
I didn't get to watch too many of that one.
Yeah, he didn't look great. But
oh, shit. Tim Patrick. Where's he at?
Still in Denver, I think.
Did he tear like an ACL or something?
Yeah.
Give me up. I like Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick is good.
I feel like the Josh Gordon experiment's over, but I would definitely be open to that one. Josh.
Gordon, savior of the universe.
All right, moving on. We'll find an answer. Dan Campbell will find an answer. Brad Holmes will find an answer.
Tim Patrick caught a touchdown on Sunday.
Damn. So he's deep in the depth chart, or like what? When did he catch it?
I want it.
On Sleeper, he's like, I don't really know how this works. He's like second in the wide receiver one. You know what I mean? So he's deep in the depth chart. 4,
maybe.
I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't really get how that works.
I got you. Look on Twitter. Actually, type in Denver depth chart and see what they actually posted. See how far. If he's in the second row, he's probably on the team. But if he's in the third row, he has some conversations.
Tim Patrick
or Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds is in the second row. I don't see Tim Patrick on their depth chart. He's first. Sorry, never mind.
First team?
Yeah, Marvin Mims is behind Tim Patrick. They got Philip Dorsett.
Shout out JB, Mechie.
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Mechie? How tall is Mechie?
The guy's name is Lil Jordan. Is that actually his name?
Yeah, that's his real name.
What the fuck?
You didn't know that? It's like on his jersey. How tall is John Mechie?
He's not tall.
Because we need like an X.
Bama guy.
5'11".
True.
Bama guy.
Dealt with adversity.
What did Jerry Jeudy go for?
Foot
Really?
cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Mechie would.
Mechie had cancer, yeah.
Yeah.
Foot cancer.
That's why he missed his rookie year.
Wow. Oh, I do remember that now, yeah.
Didn't he play with J-Mo in that really good Bryce Young season?
I think he did.
I think he did.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Band's back together.
I have this next segment. I was kind of in disbelief, to be honest with you. And maybe I'm more of a fan of this guy. Actually, I know I'm more of a fan of this guy than majority of Lions fans. I think we have a surplus in the backfield. Like, I like Khalil Dorsey.
Oh,
I like
the defensive backfield.
Defensive backfield, yes. I like Khalil Dorsey. I like what he showcased in the KC game. The guy everybody loves to hate.
Kendall Vildor plays good.
Kendall Vildor had a good game, too.
He's a great tackler. He was good in coverage. That's something we saw out of him last year too, and you know that'll give you bonus points with AG in this defense is if you can come up and make a tackle, and he did that well in the regular season last year. Yeah, he was good in coverage the past 2 games really. Kendall Vildor has been having a damn good preseason because he's going to make the team. I'm pretty confident that he'll make the team.
Nick, we see how many defensive backs they kept last year. It's like type like 2023 Lions roster cuts.
Cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Cornerbacks, yeah. Because cornerbacks right now, Carlton Davis, damn sure making the team. Taron Arnold making the team. Ennis Rakestraw making the team. From the way that Dan Campbell's spoken about Khalil Dorsey, I have to assume he's making the team. He also played well and proved it last week, too. And he plays well on special teams. That's 4. He's just a cornerback spot. Are you adding a 5th? And Kendall Vildor. I am overreacting, I guess, opportunity of losing him, but I don't know. I just like the way he play. I like having good backups. Cornerbacks get hurt all the time.
To confirm, we had 6 cornerbacks coming out. It was Sutton, Jacobs, Mosley, Will Harris, Dorsey, and Stephen Gilmore.
So
we had a star with
Mosley was on the IR, right?
No, he played he played early and then he got hurt.
No, he was out. He got activated late.
Yeah.
And then got hurt again.
Well, this is what this says entering the season from the Detroit Free Press.
Go to Pride of Detroit.
Gotcha. Back to you, boys.
Sorry.
Tap back in a minute.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to keep both of them. I mean, I think if there is an odd man out, I think it's going to be Stephen Gilmore.
I think Stephen Gilmore's out.
I think Vildor and Dorsey both make the team.
All right, I found it. So last year it was Cam Sutton, Jerry Jacobs. They did take him off of PUP, though, Emmanuel Mosley. So, yeah, that is a roster spot. 3rd. Brian Branch, they had him. Oh, yeah, he did count as a corner. Brian Branch, Will Harris, Stephen Gilmore, Khalil Dorsey. That's 7. I might be tripping.
Yeah, I think you're tripping.
I might be tripping.
Now we got Terrion, Ray, Carlton Davis, Amik.
Probably Vildor.
Vildor, Dorsey. That's 6.
Carlton Davis?
Yeah. 2 rookies, Davis,
So
Amik,
1 off.
Vildor, Dorsey.
I was looking at a list from Justin Rogers who had him off. Actually, here's Justin Rogers' list. He has 10 defensive backs, but he's including the safeties. Carlton Davis, Taron Arnold, Amik Robinson, Ennis Rakestraw, Dorsey, Kirby Joseph, Iffy, Brian Branch, Brand Joseph, C.J. Moore. And Vildor off that list. But I'm also overreacting. Because we have the depth, even with.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I think if anybody is the odd man out, it's going to be Gilmore.
What a time to be. I mean, how crazy, though. Going from, like,
we've got a lot of defensive depth, man. The linebackers are deep. Obviously, we just talked about the defensive line. Now we're talking cornerbacks. You got Brandon Joseph and Iffy as your backup safeties.
Yeah.
Like, you got depth in that defense, man.
Oh, hell yeah!
Everyone's saying Meek. I did forget Meek when I was counting. The Mario song is hard. We were gonna play it. We were unsure if it's copyrighted or not. It was too well put together to not have gotten copyrighted.
The Mario song was fire. Who said that?
It is.
Like he had. I don't know. He had an orange profile picture. Mitten made.
Yeah, dude. That song's gas. It's been stuck in my head all day.
Rap Cave review of that coming soon.
You should, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, that would blow up, dude.
Honest to God, like I've seen it like 5 different times. It was one of those things where I couldn't even avoid it. It just popped off.
There's no way.
That's what you got to do. It will blow up. Save me, Mario. Please save me, Luigi. No, I don't think so. What you saying, bro? Bro, that girl, she is a hoe. Go save her. That's just fire.
Oh, spin too.
Yeah, he does spin. And the editing.
Spin that real shit.
If anybody gives us a strike for that, it's going to be Nintendo, not the guy who made the song.
Yeah, but they're not striking that. I put it in the chat. You want to grab it?
All right, yeah, I got you.
All right, so maybe I'm freaking out. I think I was overreacting to the defensive backfield stuff. I think we keep.
E-Man over Vildor says T. Griff.
E-Man
is
on IR.
On IR, yeah.
Until the playoffs.
Like I said.
Well, he did get hurt earlier than
surprise.
Chauncey.
Yeah. But only like 3 weeks. Because Chauncey got hurt like week 2.
And Chauncey kind of rushed back, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if E-Man will be rushing back.
Yeah, is this guy ever going to rush back?
Yeah.
Definitely
Dude's
should.
worried for his life every time he steps on the field.
I feel so bad for him.
I do, too. But, like,
Ryan
at this point,
what?
There's something up. Like, we talked about that. Like, injury-prone players, that shit is wild to me. It's crazy how some people just never get hurt and some people get hurt all the time. It doesn't make sense.
I feel bad for Mosley.
Because I'm sure he works out just as much as the other guys. He probably has just as strict of a diet as the other guys, but
even more strict because he's trying to come back from injury.
Yeah,
he's probably more on top.
Probably more rehabbing. More, yeah. Maybe it's like McDonald's that saves your life. I don't know.
Probably Detroit only has the Lions keeping 4 receivers. That's not going to happen. Honestly, it might though because who's worth keeping that you can't pick back up from your practice squad. Tom Kennedy, by the way, too. Clutch in that game last week.
She got the heavies.
She got it all. She was.
I was at Birmingham 9 right there.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Babytron.
It's like a center line 14.
I could see we just keep 4 receivers and you kind of just pluck up the rest from the practice squad throughout the season. I mean, Ben Johnson said it. He's going off of like what they're going up against that week.
No way.
Pluck up a Darius Fountain. What?
Salty Pork Chop's back in the chat. Shout out. Haven't seen him in a while, or her, or whatever you identify as. Shout out to Salty Pork Chops for being back in the chat.
No one gets flaming the Dolphins. We identify as Dolphins.
We identify as
Dolphins. Yeah, I can see him keeping 4 receivers, just picking up by week, like who they got. Okay, Spinny, easy. Houston, Reynolds, DPJ, and Sudfield for Devontae Adams. Thoughts?
I'd do it in a heartbeat, brother.
But do you really want to get rid of Sudfield, though? I don't know. DPJ.
He's got the keys to our offense. He knows too much. What if we see the Raiders in the Super Bowl?
Throw in a third as well. Go sign Gronk. Gronk's retired. I'd love
throw in a third. We know
Gronk doesn't want to. Well, I feel like Gronk would definitely play for Dan Campbell.
Some guys just have bad luck. They do.
We should have known that was a precursor.
What?
When Gronk was like, I was going to retire if they sent me to the Lions.
He used to play with Patricia.
Because of Matt Patricia.
This guy's
literally because of Matt. He knew who Matt Patricia was. He would love to play for Dan Campbell.
He also followed up with the most douchebag like.
Yeah. I think that'll honestly be in the 30 for 30 one day, like the start of it.
Oh yeah.
For Lions.
Yes.
Lions
it's like
back?
Part of the disrespect.
Yeah, it'll be in there.
Yeah.
Save me, Mario.
I mean, Patricia, bro. Like when they, because it felt like we were doing something like with that. Last
Rando
5 years,
is back too.
5, 6
Hell
years,
yeah, dude.
And then so they moved on from Caldwell. I'm like, well, Caldwell's a winning coach. That's kind of weird to like move off from him. But this next guy must be an upgrade. Like you're moving on from a winning coach. Couldn't be more wrong.
That's terrible.
About the merch and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon
I saw that
as
picture. Yeah.
As soon as he didn't take, I forget what it was specifically, but he didn't take accountability for something. And I was like, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Your coach always takes accountability. A leader always
he's
takes
like, I called the right plays.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
He's such a turd.
You don't say that shit.
No.
You don't.
Shout out
Even if you think it, you don't say it out loud. That is the craziest shit in the world.
Shout out to
you
Day
more
Juice
hyped
for
about?
the fire profile picture.
Monty coming or Patricia coming?
Monty
Coming to the Pistons. Or Patricia coming to the
More
Pistons.
worried?
No,
You said more
excited. Because Patricia was
Monty.
coming from
Monty
the
for sure, yeah.
from the Belichick tree. I don't know. I was pretty excited for Patricia.
Everyone made
I
him
was
seem like the
pissed we
hot
didn't get
coaching
Vrabel.
candidate too.
We didn't get Vrabel. Wasn't that the same coaching?
Yeah,
Was
same,
it the- I was
same
pissed.
hiring cycle.
I think we got the better Vrabel right now, though, in Dan Campbell, when it talked about leader. Yeah.
So fucking. I hate man, Patricia. All right.
I'm trying to scratch my ankle here, bro.
Let me tell you guys about Kevin and Catherine over at KDK Law right here in Birmingham, Michigan, 248-971-0476. Or just scan the QR code above my head if you're dealing with any type of family law issue, whether it's divorce, child custody, visitation, or more. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law have 10 plus years of experience and they're available 24/7 for you. If you tell them the Heavyweight sent you, they'll pay your filing fee. We will Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
Dispo Dispensary, guys. Not only are they the #1 and the best local cannabis provider in the state of Michigan, they're also giving you $10 off of any purchase of 25 or more. Just scan the QR code to my right. Hit up any one of the locations. They're your local cannabis plug for a reason. They got the best deals, and there's 6 locations across the great state of Michigan. You must be 20 up and older to participate. It's Dispo, your local cannabis plug.
Lions made a move. Did you see that? Did you hear about this?
Are we sure? Are you sure about that? I don't know.
Signing that linebacker, Joel Ehegbuni. Oh, 1-year deal. He was a UFL standout. Yeah, he was a 4th-round pick by the Bears out of Western Kentucky. 6'1", 235 linebacker.
Is there a corresponding move on our part?
No.
Maybe we should have the extra spot? Maybe Fromm?
Maybe Fromm
gets let go?
She's in Fromm.
She's in Fromm. All right, Nick, take us around the league. What's going on in the world of the NFL?
What up? We're going to start with one that I'm not too, happy about, but it is what it is. It's an injury. We got to talk about it. DJ Reader, he got a scope in his knee. Are you guys concerned at all moving forward with DJ Reader, or are you not concerned because we kind of knew that he was going to be injured to start the season?
Yeah, so what's going on? He had a scope in his knee?
I think just to clean up a couple of things, but it wasn't a major procedure is what I gathered from that. A scope is like a minor incision to check out and clean up.
It's crazy because, like I just said,
I'm not a doctor.
A Brad Holmes jersey, but you play
don't
one
put
on
it
TV. Brad loves injured guys, so I don't really know. I don't know. Like, I want to say it's a nothing burger, but
He
like
does love injured guys.
We're experiencing it with Emmanuel Mosley right now. That sometimes those opportunities don't pay out. I'm gonna say I'm not worried, just because he was highly sought after by many people. Maybe just haven't got all the doctor reports, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Knee scope is something that happens all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure Karl Malone used to get knee scopes like once a month.
Dwayne Wade used to get them. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do that all the time. So, no, I'm not too worried about it.
What even is that? A scrape? It sounds like they scrape something out of your knee, right?
They put a camera
fluid.
in there.
Oh.
That's draining your knee. D
That's
Wade
what
used to
D-Wade
drain his knees like before games and at halftime and shit.
Ugh.
But no, a knee scope, they just put a camera in there and look around. So it's nothing. They're probably just making sure everything's healing correctly.
That's fair.
Caleb, you concerned at all? Chris, you guys, any concern for DJ Reader?
Look, we knew Reader was banged up when we got him. I'm no doctor. I don't really know what that stuff means, the scope, whatever. I think you guys just explained it, but yeah, no clue. We knew he was a little bit injured. As long as he's ready for the playoffs, we're good.
Yeah, I'm not worried as a medical expert. I know these type of things. These are nothing to be concerned about. You have all the faith in the world going forward that this is not going to be an issue. This is 100% healthy. Book it. Don't worry about it. Not a problem at all. Expert opinion.
Hell yeah. Love it, Chris. Great job.
Yeah.
We got Jaden Daniels going 12 for 15 for 123 yards in his first 2 games in the preseason combined.
Boo.
What are your guys' expectations for Jaden Daniels this season, and can he contend for Rookie of the Year?
If they can keep him off his ass, he can, because we saw what Sam Howell did in that offense last year. Even with being like the most sacked quarterback in the NFL, he was putting up pretty damn good numbers. They did lose their best receiver in Curtis Samuel, but they still have a good combo of wide receivers with Scary Terry and Jahan Dotson. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if they can keep Jaden Daniels off his ass, he can be a problem. He was dynamic last year.
I don't know, man. I'm not sold. Like, he is one I'm really waiting to see. I don't think too highly of him. I don't think lowly of him. I gotta see it for myself. And also, Cliff Kingsbury is their offensive coordinator, and in my opinion, which could mean nothing, but like I feel like he was very once the sauce was out on him, once the secret was out on like how he liked to proceed games, the Cardinals fell to shit. And I think the Detroit Lions were the ones to expose it when we beat them. We had like 3 games. I think they're our 3rd win of the season.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's kind of been exposed, and I don't know. I don't have high expectations, I guess. I'll put it that way.
He is currently 2nd in odds for Rookie of the Year at plus 600, so it is a stretch. But yeah, I've never really been fully sold on Jaden Daniels either, personally.
Either? Okay.
Caleb, are you big in on Jaden Daniels?
He just drafted him. He has to be.
Look, I hate to be biased here. I'm absolutely going to be biased here. I drafted him 3rd overall in my Dynasty League yesterday. He's going to be a perennial MVP. He might even win it this year. Love the weapons around him. I love Cliff Kingsbury. He gives GOAT vibes, Jaden Daniels. He's going to lead my roster for the next 10 years, and he's going to lead the Commanders for the next 10 years. I'm so in on Jaden Daniels.
You heard it here first, folks.
Perennial MVP.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Not just one.
I gotta see it. I think he can maybe in the future. I'm just not his rookie year. I'm not gonna have any type of expectations.
Yeah. Going from one rookie to another. This guy had a massive season last year at Oregon, Bo Nix, and so far he's gone 23 for 30 with 2 touchdowns and 205 yards in 2 games. Are we sleeping on Bo Nix and Sean Payton, where he can find magic again in another rookie quarterback like he did with Drew later in his career?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he'll be like a star by any means, but I think him being a little bit older, playing, where was he at before Oregon?
Auburn.
He's played in multiple different systems too. Like, I think he's more pro ready than we think, and he low key has some wheels. Like, he threw one last night on the run to it wasn't far, but it was still like accurate to Williams. I'm not saying like rookie of the year or anything like that, or like perennial MVP, but I think he's a guy. I think he'd be a guy.
Yeah, he can be a guy. I'm not saying he's gonna solve the Broncos. I think the Broncos are gonna be booty cheeks this year, but I don't think it'll be bad. But I'm not gonna buy any Bo Nix stock.
Ooh, fun one. Who do you think has a better rookie year, Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels.
I might go Bo Nix.
I was looking at his numbers. Caleb, how do you feel about that statement?
It's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, everything about Jaden Daniels screams superstar. You look at Bo Nix, he doesn't have it. Bo Nix doesn't have it. He doesn't have the talent around him. He doesn't have. He's just not as good as Jaden Daniels.
Everything about Jaden Daniels screams superstar.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix could hit the ground running. I looked at his season from Oregon last year, and it was insane. Did you guys see the quote from Tua on his old coach, Brian Flores?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, so to put it in simple terms, he basically just told him how bad he was every single day. And that's what Brian Flores said to Tua.
It's like me as an offensive coordinator for Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's like Eazy and Chris's relationship.
Yeah.
This is great.
Nice, Chris.
We know Chris has a better mental capacity than Tua now, though.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
true.
Yeah, and then compared to obviously Mike McDonald or McDonald when saying, "Dude, you are the best fit for this team. You are accurate. You are the best. Whatever." Tua Tagovailoa said in an appearance on Dan Le Batard's show. How would it make you feel listening to one or the other, fellas? How would you have done in that situation?
I saw a comment on the post of Tua saying this.
Was it Brian Flores?
It was Darius Slay.
What did he say?
The Patriot way. Because remember, that is the same kind of fucking shit that Matt Patricia was saying to Darius Slay.
Holy
and Quandre
shit.
Diggs is like, I don't know if Bill Belichick just had like a humiliation fetish that these other guys thought would be good.
I just think
it's different when you're getting that from a 7 or a 6-time Super Bowl champion coach compared to Brian Flores or Matt Patricia. I think Brian Flores is a much better coach than Matt Patricia, but no, you can't do that to your quarterback. You can't break him down. You want to break me down? You want to see me? Like, no. You can't tell him either, I would say. If I shoot people straight most of the time. I'm going to tell you how I feel about you. And if you're good, I'm going to tell you you're good. If you're bad, I'm not going to say you're the worst person I've ever met. But I think Tua's right in between. I don't think he's the best, perfect fit for an offense, but I don't think he's dog water either. So
Spinny won't shoot you straight. Chris thought he liked him for the first 2 months.
I mean, he never asked.
Chris is big. Because I was thinking of that joke that me and my friend have, where like whenever we talk about like somebody will always be like, so do you like anybody in math class? Like just that stupid shit.
Oh man, yeah, the Patriot way. Some people are good coaches, some people are bad leaders. To be a head coach, you got to be a little bit of both. Definitely got to be a leader though.
Yeah. I don't think you can come in and say that to your extremely young quarterback. That's just not the
NPWMU said Flores is a snitch, though. That's true. He is a snitch. Known snitch.
Maybe in a different day and age. I just think that kids this year, social media era, it's like
we learned about this
be able to take that.
In that coaching basketball class I had. You can't I can't remember the specific names for it.
Yeah,
but
pet the dog after you hit it.
Yeah, kick the dog, pet the dog kind of thing. And Bobby Knight was an asshole. Like he was a dick to everybody, and that won't work in the modern NBA. That won't work in modern coaching.
Mm-hmm.
People are too soft. Damn new generation's too soft.
Yeah, you gotta have all the X's and O's. I think Flores kind of proved what he could do with the defense in the back half of that Viking season. But above all, as a head coach, you have to be a leader. Like Dan Campbell isn't the biggest X and O's guy. But above all, he's a leader. He's
the man, dude. You'll go to war with him.
Yeah, you would.
He's a leader of men.
What do you call it? The executive level style head coaching?
Yeah. Delegates.
Talk about an executive or a general manager. John Lynch on the Brandon Ayuk contract situation. Quote, "We feel the urgency to have him." NFL insider Ian Rappaport said that San Francisco has a deal in place with Pittsburgh to consummate if Ayuk does not sign in San Fran long term. How does this Ayuk saga end, fellas?
He's going to be on a different team. I just I don't know. I feel like you can't. It never works well when you openly say I want to be somewhere else and then go back. That never works well. We'll see. I doubt he would play for what he's getting paid right now, but I don't know, man. This is weird. I feel like it's dragging on for a really long time.
That's why I think he's staying. It's dragging on this long to be this close to the Super Bowl. They actually have the cap space. I'm pretty sure they got more than us right now.
Save me, Mario. Yeah, because they haven't signed you. Please tell me, Luigi. No, I don't think so.
What do you think they're doing?
What you saying, bro?
I know you said they're trading them.
Well, yeah, after that one video came out when we were speculating, we were trying to read the body language of the coaches and the dap up that they had.
Andrew Jones, I'm with you too.
I think they keep him. I think you have to give it one more go at the Super Bowl if you're San Fran. I mean, I don't think they're getting any younger. Obviously, CMC's carries are stacking up here, along with Debo and the amount of touches. So their best chance to win the Super Bowl is obviously with Brandon Ayuk on this team. I think you have to keep him. Try to get a deal done where it works out for both sides. Maybe throw some incentives in there.
It is kind of getting boring at this point. Just do something.
That is around the NFL.
Around the NFL.
Around the NFL.
I saw in the chat, and I saw somebody tweet it too. Did Trey Lance look good this weekend? I and I missed it.
I know Ryan's a Cowboy
Stop
fan
trying to
in the
make
chat.
fetch a thing.
I don't know.
Oh, Ryan's a Cowboy. Oh, is that your boy?
No.
Oh. Well, if Ryan's a Cowboys fan, that doesn't count then.
Demon Dice says, "What's that song, dude? It's
Save me, Mario.
fire."
The next
Please
heater.
send me
It's
Luigi.
we're gonna play it at the end of the show.
No. Yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna play that one at the end of the show.
Bro? Dude, it's fun. Whoever made it, extremely talented, man. Like the editing and everything that came into that video.
Dance.
Yeah.
Sound.
And Ryan,
He's got Toadette throwing it back in a strip club at part of it.
Ryan is my boy, but he's a Cowboy slappy, so
I knew it.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be probably
told me about
pretty intense in the
Eat
chat.
shit, Ryan. All right, let me tell you about Planet Fitness.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Fitness that fits your budget. Planet Fitness, the home to judgment-free zone, where you can get a workout in a judgment-free atmosphere. Tons of equipment, full body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You can upgrade to the Black Card if you want more. You can get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and tanning beds, so you won't look like Chris. But make sure, if you want Planet Fitness, just go into one and sign up, or go to planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Braylon out with your Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports. The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click the shop tab today, and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed
to turn heads.
Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click the shop tab today, get yourself some brand new merch.
Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Toadette's doing what? That's so gross having a cartoon do that. What's the name of the video?
Throwing it back. Toad's making it rain in the titter.
All right, guys.
Sammy Mario.
Detroit Tigers played a game last night. Very uneventful. I'm just kidding. Well, actually, no. At the beginning, it was kind of
boring for a while.
It was kind of boring. It started off.
It's never boring
Baseball.
watching Scooble.
But nonetheless,
that's true.
Spencer Torkelson got called up. The young guys got called up. Okay, I'm going to go to you first. What was your reaction? What was the takeaways?
Okay. When it comes to Torkelson, I don't know how to feel. Look, I have said it. He should be called up just so you know what we're getting out of him. But honestly, besides that one swing he had in game one where he hit it to the opposite way in the right center gap, there wasn't one good swing out of Torkelson that I saw. Honestly, it doesn't look like anything changed.
Weird.
I mean,
First two games he was doing good though.
Was
Wasn't
the triple an error?
That was the triple.
He got a triple and a double in his first game.
Yeah.
I can't remember which
But
one was the
last
one
night
he
he did nothing.
yeah, last
The
night did
double
nothing.
looked good. It was an oppo to right center.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna actively hate on Spencer.
He's no
Torkelson.
Jaden Daniels.
He's no Jaden Daniels. But I'm not gonna actively root against Spencer Torkelson. I won't actively root against a Detroit sport athlete because I obviously want everybody to succeed. But It's just aggravating to watch Torkelson play sometimes. It just because you think he's going to be this 11 OPS guy.
Yeah.
1100 OPS guy, and he's just not.
He's never had that. Honestly, I think the outlier of Spencer Torkelson is being a good hitter in the MLB, because even in his 30 homer season, he was around a 700 OPS, which is extremely hard to do. Flannel brought it up that he, out of everyone that hit 30 home runs in the MLB that year, he had the lowest OPS.
Yeah.
And he's never really been a good hitter in the MLB. He got hot for the second half of a year and was hitting dongs everywhere. But other than that, outside of that 30-year, the rest of his MLB career combined, he's got 12 home runs in over 160 games. I just don't. I would have kept him in AAA, man. I would have kept him in AAA, let him get his confidence back, and then give him a fresh start next year.
I think Flannel Sam pulled the numbers of everybody with 30-plus home runs last year. He had by far the worst OBS. He said something.
100%.
Is that what you just said?
I just said that.
I thought you were fucking with him.
Nope.
All right, so this is my thing. This is where I'm at with Torque.
Actual analysis.
This is where I'm at with Torque. You need to show me a 750 OPS the rest of the year. That's it. It's simple. Yeah, if he does that, I think he's part of the future. If he doesn't, he's not. That's where I'm at with Torque. Do I expect him to do so? No. But if he does, I think you can pencil him back as part of this core. But the other guys, man, Jace Young, Parker Meadows, Colt Keith stepping up with a massive double in the 9th. This is what you want to see. These guys are all under 24 years old. They just showed out against the New York Yankees in Williamsport. Biggest game of their season, probably. And it was great to see for these young guys. How do you feel about those three names right there?
You love to see it. You love to see it. Jace Young made a nice play at third, too. He missed getting the out by half a step, but he came up on a ball and threw it over there. It was a nice, impressive play at third base. Obviously, he had the game-tying RBI. Parker Meadows had the game-winning RBI. Trey Sweeney scored the game-winning run. We need to see it out of Trey Sweeney. I'd like to see him get a couple knocks that aren't that leave the infield, but it's only 5 at bats. I like it. I like it a lot. I hate the Yankees. The Yankees are top 5 most hated sports franchise in my life. Up there with Michigan and the Maple Leafs and the Cowboys and shit like that. So it's always good to beat them, especially when the ESPN crews just slobbing their knobs all game. All those stupid little kids are standing out there dancing to Juan Soto, even though I love Juan Soto. But he's a Yankee now, so I hate him. I liked what I saw out of Jace Young, and it makes me mad that he didn't get called up 2 months ago.
Yeah, I like what I saw out of Jace Young, and it makes me mad. He didn't call up to me.
Who was the one that told me Jace Young couldn't play third base? Because he is Manny Machado at the high.
I think everybody with eyes said that. But
he's made
showing up.
It's starting to look like the Colt Keith type. Well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. Colt Keith isn't a very good second baseman. Can we all agree with that?
Yes, we can agree with that.
Okay, but everybody was saying he was supposed to be terrible, all the scouts and everything. He wasn't able to play second base. He is. He had a ball go under his glove yesterday, so what? It was a diving play. Jace Young is looking like a Gold Glover over there. 2 games in. I mean, he made a diving play for a double play. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, the arm. He's bounced a couple balls, but that's the fun of baseball. I don't want it to go straight to his chest. I want to see a couple digs from the first baseman. Look, if Jace Young, if he could play a solid third base, he's an absolute ball player. And obviously, I'm kidding about the Gold Glove whatever thing, but if he could play a good third base, he's going to be a hell of a baseball player.
Yeah,
Jace Young, the Jaden Daniels, third baseman.
My 2 favorite players, Jace Young, Jay Daniels.
Big J guy. He's a big J guy.
Big J guy.
Yes.
I love seeing Jace Young in the box. He looks comfortable.
Yes.
Even at the MLB level, he looks comfortable swinging the bat.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
And Parker Meadows is on a tear.
Yeah.
I think he's hitting
that was crazy.
I think he's got an over 900 OPS since he came back.
I did not expect that. I thought because coming up, he's one of the guys I picked. This kid, he's a stud because he's so damn tall in the outfield, and then he couldn't hit worth a shit. And then I just thought that's what he was because of his brother too. But then no, he's actually.
Well, his brother is an MVP candidate at one point. He just is a sad boy.
Yeah,
What happened?
You got the yips.
He
kind of
depressed. And he broke his hand driving or something. Something stupid like that. Look it up. It's honestly one of the dumbest injuries ever.
Boo that man.
Yeah, he's dealing with some trying to live on a day-to-day basis shit. So
Yeah, he's a sad boy.
One guy that is not looking extremely comfortable.
Millions of dollars to play a game for a living.
Okay, relax. Yeah. If you were dealing with anything, it's all in perspective too.
Yes, for sure.
Exactly. All right. So Parker Meadows looks extremely comfortable in the box. One guy that has not looked comfortable in the box, Riley Green.
Yeah.
He just got called back up. Still looks like he's going through his funk. Are you guys worried at all about Riley Green, or just keep giving him at bats and he'll figure it out?
You know, Uptown Funk you up. I mean, we've seen it.
Nice.
We've seen it. I'm not worried about Riley Green. It's a slump. Yeah, it sucks to see, but we've seen him do it consistently for basically 2 years now when you factor in all the games combined.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm more worried about Riley Green staying healthy than this little funk he's in.
Yeah, look, I'm a really big Riley Green fan, but we haven't seen him put together an 150-plus, good season yet. So 150-plus game season yet. So, look, slumps happen in baseball, but at the same time, I'd like to see him put together a full season of just really good baseball, all-star level baseball. Obviously, he was an all-star, but I don't know, just like a 870 OPS where he's carrying this lineup the whole season. I think we will see that eventually if he could stay healthy, but yeah, it worries me a tiny bit.
They were talking about sitting Skubal like an extra day or two going forward. Are you guys concerned at all?
No, they should definitely do that.
Because the inning limit?
Yes. There's no point. I mean,
he's
you
already
want
like minus 1,000.
You want to see him win the Cy Young, so you got to give him, some more starts. But after he hits 18 wins, which is like, 3 more starts, which probably you might even
3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah. I want to say shut him down, but you can't shut him down because he needs to win the Cy Young.
Yeah. All right, so last question around the room. Fellas, does this team finish over 500? Are you buying in? And also, this is kind of reminding me of a little bit of the 2022 Lions when they kind of went on that run. They didn't have a chance to make the playoffs, but they went 9-8.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
You're buying it?
Yeah, they got a pretty easy schedule for the rest of the year. They play both shitty, poopy Chicago teams. They play the Orioles a couple times too, but they play some bad teams in the remaining month and a half. So I'd buy it.
Easy.
Yeah, I'd buy it. They both play shitty, poopy Chicago teams. No, I'm buying it. I've always think I like the fact they floated around 500. That's why I think you could spend some money. This team does something. I know everybody else is so far down on them.
Did I send that picture in the chat, Chris, in Slack? If I didn't, it's all right. I can't remember.
No.
What are you thinking, Nick?
No, nothing from you, Tim.
Caleb, you go first.
I just wanted to read this one thing, which is crazy to think about. This is from Motor City Metrics on Twitter. The Detroit Tigers pitching situation has been chaotic at the moment because of everybody getting hurt. Obviously, no Reese Olson, no Casey Mize. They traded Flaherty. They moved on. They really have one starter that they started the season with in their rotation. But in the last 14 days, they're first in ERA, second in FIP, 7th in K rank, and 3rd in WAR. Is the Tigers pitching staff in the fourth. So Chris Fetter is a god. Like, this dude, you should sign him to a lifetime contract. He's the best pitching coach in baseball, and it's not close.
I actually have this tweet on a read from Motor City.
I got him at 82 and 80. I'm buying in that. I think if they do this with the young guys down the stretch, it can give them that momentum to really solidify this team as a contender next year with some proven spending on some bats and honestly some pitching at this point.
Shout out to Gun Guy. Take your pants off.
Caleb, the team going over 500? Yes or no?
I'm gonna sell this one just because I think you're.
What?
Look, I know those stats you just read, Spenny. They're awesome, but you're limited on arms and your lineup's too young.
You were just saying the bag.
I was joking.
You weren't joking.
Their schedule's easy, but I mean,
thought you were on the train.
But we're an easy team on a schedule to other teams. Does that make sense?
No. Not easier than the White Sox.
I know the White Sox
or the Cubs.
The White Sox
or
are
the Cubs.
You're lucky your shirt looks good.
Or the A's.
Thank you.
Actually matched today with your blue hat.
I like Nick said, I'm usually the positive guy, but it's hard to look at this lineup and be like 500.
Rocking Tigers colors.
Yeah, a lot of
this is actually black.
They're the same exact color.
Dude, you're lying to me right now. It's fun. It's funny.
I love that blue quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
It's like I'll be driving to work and I keep looking at the rear view. I'm like, there's no way these guys think this hat.
They're literally the same color.
I mean, you're just telling a lie. Right? You're trying to make me feel stupid. This is a. I mean, it's a blue hat. I mean,
wait, you still think it's a blue hat?
Yeah, but I've been quiet about it because dude, it's,
on camera, honestly, your shirt looks more blue.
You're never beating the colorblind allegations, bro.
I'm gonna find.
You are 100% colorblind, bro.
I'm gonna find this exact hat on the internet, and we're gonna see what color it says.
Shout out to Rando Smalls. He says, I've said in the past MLB will go to 3-inning pitchers, as in all pitchers go 3 innings.
Why'd you say said like that?
How did I say it?
I have said in the past.
I have said in the past. I said in the past. That would be pretty wild. I saw that they were trying to make it to where starters have to pitch 6 innings or something like that.
Yeah, that's whack.
That is whack, too.
That is really whack.
You can't just make that up.
Yeah, you can't just make like.
You know what? You gotta go 6.
You give up 15 runs.
I don't care if that arm is hanging off by a thread.
What's the reasoning behind that?
I don't know. There's really
less pitching changes. Are they trying to speed it up even more? Because I thought the pitch clock was honestly great.
Yeah, I think they did a good job in speeding it up, and it's at a good speed right now. Yeah, but we do got to go to break. Tell us about Boys and Girls, Chris.
The Boys and Girls Club, the best youth football league in Metro Detroit, is here. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers teams for ages 5 to 14 in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are included, with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGCSM.
Caleb's voting off all his burners, right?
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guardian Alarm offering customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone and talk to you as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security. There's technology that's been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Hot mics.
Say me Mario, please let me Luigi. No, 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 I don't think so. Why, what you saying, bro? That bitch is a Luigi. Why you want to say she be creeping on the low? Everybody knows. Oh, Mario. Don't say she's for this chick. Don't say no go. Don't say please don't leave me alone.
Please let me Luigi. No, 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 I don't think so. What you saying, bro? Back to this is all. Hey, wait for it. Break it down.
Don't say she won't ever wreck it.
Hey, Bowser with the baritone. Hey. While Eazy chilling in the strip club, go toe, get a toe that, 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 get a toe that. Hey. She don't wanna be saved. Hey. Mario. Please let me Luigi. No, I don't think so. Hey. What you saying, bro? Hey. That bitch is a hoe. Oh, you already creeping. She be creeping on the wall. Oh, what the dirty nose? That's a banger.
That's a certified. Can I get some air horns? Come on.
Yeah,
air horns.
That is a banger.
Well,
that is an absolute banger.
Yeah.
The guy, honestly though, the guy who made that, extremely talented.
Needs a lot more credit. I'm gonna find out who it is. He needs credit.
We should bring him on the Friday show.
No,
I'm done.
Because that was impressive. That's really good editing. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
And it's just a banger. Yeah. Save me, Mario. Please let me Luigi. No, I don't think so.
Don't save him.
What you saying, bro? That bitch is a hole. All right, that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you smash the like button. For Eazy, for Nick, for Caleb in his blue hat, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the heavyweights. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Oh, almost.